Yo, what's happening, world? Name's Raheem Flowers, and whew, got an interesting story to bring up, or not story, but a headline news that people have been talking about on billboards and social media, and just the whole, I guess, music community and hip hop community, or whatever you want to call it, but Noname, formerly known as Noname Gypsy, an affiliate of Chance the Rapper, female rapper from Chicago, from my area, and she decided, and she's deciding on just quitting rap music because of the large abundance of having a white audience. You know something that I find interesting? It's a lot of fake outrage. Don't get me wrong, this is not me being on that pseudo-neo pro-black shit. But this is just me saying, hey, if this is her opinion, she's expressing it, she's not doing it from a hateful place, i.e. Noname I'm referring to, then you should just let it be. But no, we live in this cultural Marxist little white liberal bubble where everybody's expected to be on some we are the world, we are the children global shit all day. Let me tell you something. You think Noname was the first person to say something to that effect? And to be honest with you, that was a soft jab compared to the likes of Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley flat out said that the only thing that black people can do for him is buy his records and shine his shoes. Hell, in addition, you even had another black woman who was a rapper / singer, such as the one people love is Lauryn Hill, who said she doesn't want white people buying her records. So why are we acting like this is the first time that this is being stated? Nobody was outraged at Elvis like that. I mean, you had a few people in the black community, or the so-called black community, who were, but Elvis is still revered and venerated the way that he is. Yeah, and let's not forget that Elvis, his grandmother being that of a Romanian Jewish woman. Yeah. So, yeah. Elvis Presley took things from the Chuck Berrys of the world and the B.B. Kings. And now you got the Eminems of the world, who said that he was the next thing to Elvis in this song on the Eminem show, Without Me. And then when you think about this dynamic, you also think about, and speaking of Elvis, you think about Chuck D and what he said on Fight the Power, where he said Elvis was a hero the most, but the sucker was racist, simple and plain. And then Flavor Flav said, fuck him and John Wayne. Point is, there's always going to be those individuals who actually want to big up their people, or they want to be around the atmosphere. Well, in this case, with black people, Noname. You can't be mad at her for that. And for people saying, well, it's a white, well, we live in America where the majority of the population is white. That didn't stop Biggie's concerts from being abundantly black, or Tupac's, or Wu-Tang back in the day, and Nas back in the day. It didn't stop the majority of hip-hop artists in the 80s and the 90s from being predominantly a black audience. But there was a shift made by a bunch of Caucasian Jews like Leo Cohen's, like Rick Rubin. Oh yeah. And then you had your Jimmy Iovine's of the world, who was changing that, making that shift. And your Shuppers Goys, like your Hustle Simmons, who's out there running probably somewhere in Cambodia, looking for some Cambodian milk, just like P. Diddy Chappelle. Because the Me Too movement chased his ass out. Anywho, Noname, she's entitled to do that. If she wants to be on some sister soldier public enemy stuff, then so be it. Why are we condemning her and getting on her for that? Because a lot of you self-righteous, cultural Marxists, fake multicultural motherfuckers, all you're doing is showing that your hypocrisy. You're calling her a bitch. And I saw it. I saw it on the forums. When I read about it, you were calling her a bitch and calling her a racist when you can't even prove either one of those things. Not saying that, I don't know Noname's personality to say whether she's a bitch or not, but I'm saying you're gonna say something in juxtaposition. You're gonna say something, you think what she's doing is disparaging. You think what she's doing is foul. So from a place of juxtaposition, you decide to do something foul. See, a lot of people, I bet you all those white people who are calling her racist, I bet you none of them would be willing to be in an environment or an atmosphere with a predominant amount of black people, which is ironic because the foundation of hip-hop was ran by black people. And this is not me shitting on white people and saying that white people are not allowed, and I'm not even going to make the talking point that Lord Jamar makes about the whole guest of hip-hop and all that other stuff, because I know the contribution that white people made. And I ain't even talking about Eminem. I'm talking about the likes of the DJ Shadows of the world. I'm talking about the likes of Milk Bones of the world. I'm talking about just all these underground cats like Atmosphere, Slug. I understand. And even many white people understand that this is the whole foundation is rooted by black people. It is. Just like every genre. You'll have metalheads tell you that even metal incorporates things from blues. Yes, and I've had multiple metalheads tell me that. Not just one or two. So, we know what it is. The best way to show unification, or what they call multiculturalism, is to be able to appreciate each other's differences and stop trying to make each other the same. But cultural Marxism wants everybody to have this illusion of equality, when in reality, it's like they want you to stay on this certain protocol of everybody supposedly accepting each other, but really just forcing you to think in this way that seems like it's progressive and it's unifying, when it's really imposing. It's just as imposing as people they claim to be racist. It's just as imposing as people they claim to be fascist. So how are you better than Donald Trump, for all you people who keep complaining about others like Noname Gypsy or things that are claimed to be racism? So that is my question to y'all who do some fuck shit like that. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave that at. And I got some more videos on the way. We're gonna go out with the bang in 2019, and we're gonna go even harder 2020. Peace out, one love, people.